Ever thought about farms reaching for the sky rather than spreading across vast lands? Welcome to the future of food production, vertical farming, a concept that grows crops indoors in stacked layers, offering the promise of increased efficiency, reduced water usage, and year-round production. However, like all innovations, it comes with its own set of challenges. High energy costs and initial investments are just the start. Dive into this exciting new world as we explore the ins and outs of vertical farming. Vertical farming, as intriguing as it sounds, has a solid scientific foundation. This innovative approach to agriculture uses technology to grow crops indoors in vertically stacked layers. But how exactly does it work? Let's start with hydroponics, a method of growing plants without soil. Instead, plants are grown in a nutrient-rich water solution, which allows them to absorb nutrients directly from the water. This technique not only saves space, but also uses approximately 90% less water than traditional farming. An example of hydroponic farming can be seen in Tokyo, Japan, where Pasona O2, a multi-story urban farm, grows over 100 different species of plants right in the heart of the city. Next, we have aeroponics, where plants are grown in an air or mist environment without the use of soil or an aggregate medium. This method, which was originally developed by NASA, allows for even greater water efficiency and plant growth speed. The roots of the plants hang in the air and are misted with nutrient-rich water. Aero Farms, a company based in Newark, New Jersey, uses this technique to grow leafy greens in a controlled indoor environment. Finally, there's aquaponics, a system that combines aquaculture, raising fish, with hydroponics. In this symbiotic relationship, the fish waste provides an organic food source for the plants, and the plants naturally filter the water for the fish. An example of this can be seen at the Urban Organics farm in St. Paul, Minnesota, where they grow both leafy greens and fish in a closed-loop system. These innovative farming techniques are not only fascinating but also offer a promising solution to some of the biggest challenges we face today. With vertical farming, we can produce more food in less space, use less water, and do it all year round, regardless of the weather. The future of farming may very well be vertical, and the science behind it is nothing short of remarkable. Like any innovation, vertical farming comes with a fair share of potential and challenges. Let's dive into the environmental benefits first. Vertical farming is a game changer in terms of water usage. Traditional farming methods can be quite thirsty, but vertical farming, especially when paired with techniques like hydroponics and aeroponics, can reduce water usage by up to 90%. It's an incredible leap forward in sustainable agriculture, particularly in water-scarce regions. Another big win for the environment is the reduction of carbon emissions. Vertical farms are typically located within or close to urban areas, which drastically cuts down on the distance food travels from farm to table. This means fewer carbon emissions from transportation, a smaller carbon footprint, and fresher produce on your plate. Now let's talk about the challenges. Vertical farming is an energy-intensive process, mainly due to the artificial lighting and climate control systems. The high energy cost is indeed a significant hurdle to overcome. However, the integration of renewable energy sources like solar and wind power can help mitigate this issue. Another challenge is the high initial investment required to set up a vertical farm. The cost of the infrastructure, including the building, lighting, and climate control systems, can be quite steep. However, as technology improves and economies of scale come into play, these startup costs are expected to decrease. Despite these challenges, vertical farming holds immense potential for revolutionizing our food systems. The ability to grow food year-round, regardless of weather conditions, can greatly contribute to food security. Plus, vertical farming can be done in urban settings, transforming unused city spaces into productive green zones. While these challenges are real, continuous research and development efforts are making vertical farming more feasible and efficient. It's not just a sci-fi dream anymore. It's a burgeoning reality that holds the promise of a more sustainable and efficient food future. So, as we navigate the path forward, let's remember, innovation is not without its challenges, but it's through overcoming these obstacles that true progress is made. In a world grappling with food security issues, could vertical farming be the answer we need? We've all heard the statistics. The global population is projected to reach nearly 10 billion by the year 2050, leading to an increased demand for food production by 70%. So where does vertical farming fit into this equation? Vertical farming, with its ability to grow crops indoors in stacked layers, can potentially contribute significantly to ensuring food security. This innovative method offers the promise of year-round crop production, irrespective of climate conditions. making it an attractive solution to address global food shortages. Imagine the implications. Crops that would otherwise be limited by seasonal changes and geographical restrictions can now be grown in abundance, in any part of the world, at any time of the year. This could mean a constant supply of fresh produce, even in urban areas that typically rely on imports, thus reducing the time between harvest and consumption for maximum freshness and nutritional value. But what about traditional agriculture and rural communities? The introduction of vertical farms could indeed bring about change. However, rather than viewing this as a replacement for traditional farming methods, it's more beneficial to see it as a complementary approach. Vertical farming could take over the production of certain crops ideally suited for indoor cultivation, allowing traditional farming to focus on crops that do better in open fields. This could lead to a more efficient, sustainable, and resilient food system overall. Of course, it's important to acknowledge that the transition to vertical farming is not without its challenges. The high energy costs and initial investments required for setting up vertical farms are significant hurdles. However, with ongoing research and technological advancements, these obstacles are gradually being overcome. In essence, vertical farming presents an exciting opportunity to rethink our traditional food production methods. It invites us to envision a future where food security is no longer a pressing issue, but a problem of the past. The potential of vertical farming to transform food production and address food security issues is truly revolutionary. With all that we've learned, it's clear that vertical farming is more than just a concept. It's a growing reality. This innovative approach to agriculture taps into the power of technology to grow food in ways we once only dreamed of. Vertical farming is a game changer. It offers the potential for increased efficiency and reduced water usage. Imagine growing crops year-round, regardless of weather or climate. It's not only possible, but it's happening right now in cities across the globe. But as with any innovation, there are challenges. High energy costs and the initial investment needed to set up these farms are significant hurdles. Yet even these obstacles are not insurmountable. Researchers and innovators worldwide are working tirelessly to improve the energy efficiency of vertical farms and make them more accessible. The impact of vertical farming on food production cannot be overstated. It's not just about creating more food, but about producing it in a way that's sustainable and kind to our planet. It's about addressing global food shortages and contributing to food security in regions where traditional agriculture struggles. As we look to the future, the potential of vertical farming is vast. It's a field ripe with opportunity, from large-scale industrial operations to personal vertical farms in our own homes. As we continue to explore and innovate, the sky is truly the limit for vertical farming.